Well, hello. It's time for the tea, and Gigi was not quite prepared yet.
I wasn't ready.
I clicked the button. I'm like, well, it's 3
You're
o'clock.
like, it's 3 o'clock. I'm like, I haven't typed in the keywords.
This show starts at 3.
No matter what.
It's like the noon healing service. When does the noon healing service happen?
10:30.
Noon.
Just kidding.
It happens at noon.
10:30 is when the 10:30 service is.
Your father has joined us.
Hello.
Har.
What up?
So welcome all. We would like to invite you all to worship services at 8 and
10:30.
Yes. And we have a lot of Sunday school offerings during the 9:15 hour, which we would like to talk to you
All
about.
the offerings.
We have all the offerings. Right. I don't know how that sounds. The Ascension Speakers series, I have been trying to upload the video of Father Christopher's presentation. It's an hour long, and it was in HD. That's a lot of information that Facebook, for some reason, does not want to take on.
That is a very large file size.
It's 30 gigs of video.
Wow. Can you see like every pore on his face?
That's not even full HD. It's just because it's an hour. So that
is that
will
long?
go. It's
Okay.
probably going to end up on YouTube, and I'm going to find a way of getting it up there. But the speaker series has been really popular.
Yes, that's awesome.
And our next, so Christopher spoke on Karen Armstrong's Charter for Compassion.
Yes, I heard that was excellent.
It was like I got to see bits of it in like super fast as I'm panning. And I was like, oh, this is actually a really good discussion. And so this Sunday is Allie Brown and the Spirituality of Travel.
I think that's going to be a really cool session.
It should be.
I'm excited to hear how that goes.
Find these events on our Facebook page. Hot diggity.
Now, if for some reason you wake up on Saturday or Sunday morning and you've got a terrible cold and you can't come to church and all that kind of stuff, we'll post it on YouTube for you.
1 millimeter of snow on the ground.
Right, because
we will try to
East
post it
Tennessee.
on YouTube. We apologize. It dawned on the powers that be that we could possibly record these. So the first session with Jennifer Monroe was not recorded.
We're sorry, Jennifer.
It requires the use of my cell phone.
You have 30 gigs to spare on your phone?
Oh, yes. I have lots to spare on my phone.
Must be nice.
It is quite nice. So the speaker after that is also quite interesting. It's Amanda Rowcliffe, and she's talking about how the Episcopal Church carries out mission.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Not its mission. That's
like mission work.
Mission work.
Right.
And that will be quite interesting. She is heading up the Episcopal Relief and Development arm at Ascension. So she's starting little bits. And
that's
she's
wonderful. Yeah, Episcopal Relief and Development is awesome.
I'm looking forward to the possibility of us selling like equal trade coffee in the church.
I mean, yeah.
It would be delicious.
I mean, and despite that, we're not even drinking coffee or tea right now. We both have hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Because it's cold outside, and the weatherman lied to me like a second day in a row.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to that, so if, say, you're like, I could get double the bang for my buck by not going to that and then going to another group because the other groups are not recorded. There is, of course, the forum class.
Yes.
They are discussing African American and feminist perspectives on the Bible.
So awesome.
Centering prayer in the library as usual.
Yes.
And
excellent.
film and discussion series on Rachel Held Evans and the Sacraments.
Yes.
That's being led by Father Wingo.
Yeah.
That one is also really popular. So a parishioner came to me, and like I'm setting up the camera, and she was like, "I'm so torn. Where do I go? There's like 4 options on Sunday morning." And I said, "Well, I'm recording this. You can go to another one." And she's like, "But this is just so good. I'm going to sit here and be here and be present." There is an advantage. You can ask questions if you're present.
Right. So yeah, it's not like a fancy live stream deal where we can.
Not quite. I'm working on that.
We'll get there.
Do you want to talk about? I've done a lot of talking.
Yeah, I can talk about the trekkers.
Yes. Oh, yes. Talk about.
I would love to talk about the Ascension Trekkers. So on Monday they're doing a hike at Lakeshore Park, and it'll be a leisurely walk Monday morning, and that'll be leaving at 9 a.m. And Emily Vreeland said that it's going to be about 2 to 4 miles. Not real steep, but just kind of a nice, easy little walk around Lake Shore.
Have you been over there recently?
I mean, it was sometime last year, like
They
end of
have
last summer.
I think, yeah, it would have been by the end of the summer. They had these like things that kind of went up to the water, so you could look out on the lake from the park by the waterfront.
Oh, that's cool.
And it kind of went into this little pathway.
Do they
There's
have
a
like
raised pathway into the woods.
Do they have like a kayak launch or something like that, or a boat launch?
No,
That'd
there's
be
no
nice.
boat launch there. It would be nice,
That'd be
but there's a
great.
weird sort of structure that keeps it from going there. Now, for those who don't know, there are a couple of points on that way that, depending on the direction that you go, either it's a gentle walk or it's Hamburger Hill, as Jim Garvey would say. You're going to burn your hamburger
off, like the one I
going
had at
up the hill.
lunch today. Yeah.
Yes, it will
Burn
take
your
it off
burger
of you.
off. Mm-hmm. Burger.
So they will take the direction that is not so terrible.
Right.
Anything else you would like to know about?
Oh, let's see. I can also talk about the ladies retreat. Ladies retreat is going to be held October 25th through the 27th at Lake Logan Conference Center in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a lake in North Carolina called Lake Logan. Not to be confused with Logan Lake. I don't know why. Logan Lake sounds better to me than Lake Logan.
Oh.
That's
Logan
just me.
Lake.
But anyways. And so that's going to be facilitated by the former deacon at our church, Sari Wender. But the last day to RSVP is today, like this Sunday.
This Sunday.
So,
not today, but
not
this
today.
Sunday.
But like in 2 days, then 2-3 days will be like, oh yeah, and it's today.
Yeah.
So, so if you are interested in partaking in that, if you will contact Charlotte Wood, and the information will be in your bulletin.
Yes. Now there is a men's retreat to the same facility, but
fun.
it is in May 10 through 12. Isn't
that Mother's Day?
I think actually it is. It's really funny that they come back for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yes. So the leader of that retreat will be the bishop.
Ooh.
Wham bam.
The BBC.
The BBC.
Bishop Brian Cole.
And so
not to be confused with the British
Broadcasting
Channel. I'm hoping that'll stick, that BBC thing. Nobody else thinks it's
and
funny.
So
I do.
The deposit's $100. The overall cost is $280. And let Ed Lester know if you're interested.
I want to go.
If you are a man who's interested in joining the Brotherhood, you can go on this trip. A man. There's also a group in the church called Hurting Parents. And yes, Hurting Parents is a special group of people who have children who either, are experiencing drug addictions, financial problems, mental health issues, and you as a parent have taken on a lot in either the care or concern of this person, and of this child. And it's a great, small, sort of intimate forum for you to sort of bring your concerns. We do have Stephen Ministry and we have the healing service, but this is a real nice sort of small group forum.
It's a safe place to vent.
It meets at 5:00 p.m. on Wednesday evenings in the library. It really is something special.
That's very, very cool.
Do you want to talk about Wednesday nights? We had beef stroganoff lasagna and you weren't there. Well, maybe some of you were there, but you weren't there.
I was not there because I
What
always
did you
with our
eat with the youth?
We had lasagna.
Speaking of dinner angels, too.
Yes, we had a wonderful lasagna prepared by Marianne Benson. It was quite good. And we had baby carrots, and there were cookies, too.
Were they whining?
Who whining?
The baby carrots. So Wednesday night's parish supper is the sausage rice casserole, which is also popular. But there was much discussion last night that the beef stroganoff lasagna might be the most popular dish ever.
I mean, yeah, it's one of my favorites.
It is, and I just love the green beans with it.
I'm just mad that the leftovers don't always end up in a place where we can have them for lunch today.
So
I totally would.
going on Wednesday evenings, of course, is your
Yes.
middle schoolers, but there's parish choir,
Yes.
and then there's also the overview of the Gospels class.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Like if you're kind of new to church life, or like, what is
The
this book
liturgical.
called? A Bible. Then the overview of the Gospels is a really great way to kind of get, it's like Jesus 101.
Yeah, from the perspective of each gospel.
Right.
And they're
all very
course
different.
goes through February 13th, so every Wednesday through then.
Right.
And we'll announce probably a new series once that's
Yeah.
getting close to wrapping up.
And each of the Gospels are very different because they were written at slightly different times for different perspectives,
Different people.
for different communities and different audiences. So even though it's like, okay, you talk about Jesus like 4 times, that's just one way to think about it.
Gospel of the Black Jesus. No, I'm kidding. So yes. So that's Wednesday nights. Real fun stuff.
Great. Fun.
So save the date on a couple of things. I know
Yes.
we reached the 10-minute mark, and we will tuck these little gems in. VBS.
Yes.
June 10th through the 13th. And the theme this year is Roar. Yes. That will be fun. African Jungle. I will not
That'll
be
be great
here.
fun.
Lovable Larry will not make an appearance this year. Then also Mardi Gras, Tuesday, March
5th?
Yes, thank you very much. We don't know the time, but it will be that evening
Yes.
because that is Fat Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Mardi Gras happens. And there will be an auction. That answered one of my questions. There
Mhm.
will be an auction, and the proceeds are split between Bolivia, which is being shared with St. Elizabeth's because
I'm
Brett's
here.
over there. And then the other part is sort of now domestic American, like mission work. Not international outreach, but domestic outreach.
Yes.
Fun times. And then I think pretty much
the
that's
outreach.
left is your lock-in
Yes.
with said middle schoolers from the other night.
Yes. So our middle school lock-in is not this Friday, but next Friday because I got smart. Because last year I did the lock-ins back-to-back weekends. Not a good idea.
You
No.
had like recoup time between all that mess.
Even the middle schoolers, we were talking about it, and they were like, yeah, last year you were like really tired. I was like, when your middle schoolers are like, you were tired last year to the point where they remember a year later, don't do it again. Youth ministers who may be watching this, if you do separate lock-ins, don't do them 2 weekends in a row. Just don't do it. But we're going to be going to main event and doing all the kind of fun things. I actually went and talked to them a little bit today to decide if we wanted to do youth group events packages or pick your play deals. And so I talked with them, and we'll make a decision on what the plan is. But we're going to meet and have dinner at the church, and then we're going to go to main event for a while. And then we're going to come back, and the girls have selected, they want to do a movie marathon of like girly movies.
Oh.
The middle school girls have already told me, like, they want to watch like chick flicks.
Mean Girls and
Yeah.
Legally
Clueless.
Blonde.
Yeah. Actually, all of those were, and Clueless. All 3 of those movies are like, we're going to watch all of these movies. I was like, okay, great. This is great.
Golden.
So they plan what they want to do. They've got it. They know what they want to do. So that's,
Good.
it's like so they've planned the retreat themselves. They know what they want. They're going to do. Oh, okay. Works for me.
And so I guess we can wrap up with one really super mundane thing.
Okay.
Not really. It's not Monday. We are closed this coming Monday because it's Martin Luther King Jr. holiday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
weekend.
there will be apparently a sisterhood dinner that evening. I didn't get an announcement for it, but it's at Chesapeake's downtown, not the one on Parkside.
Mm.
And so yeah, there's also a parade going on downtown.
Mhm.
Usually
By St. Luke's, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes. And that's kind of
But I don't
off
know
like
any
Magnolia area, for those of you who don't know where
Yeah.
St. Luke's Episcopal Church is.
If you ever know who Nancy Mott is, I'm sure you will find out, or find her and you can find out.
Yep.
Or Mother Gail.
Yes,
or
I'm going to be
Deacon
seeing Mother Gail
Jerry.
in less than an hour. So
Yes. SD.
she's stuck with me. Yeah.
She is.
So,
All
and
right.
also,
Oh wait, what?
we can always use more dinner angels for youth group. Speaking of which,
The lasagna.
the lasagna was excellent. And so if you would like to, if you have a new recipe you want to try out and you want some very honest criticism or, you know, very honest feedback about what
I'm
your cooking is
100%
like,
sure they would not like the vegetarian tofu soup I had for lunch
probably not.
with spinach.
That's probably a hard pass.
It was delicious, but they are probably going to be,
Middle
this
schoolers,
is not
so
good.
much. Yeah. But they'll give you some honest, very honest feedback about whatever, if you have a new recipe you want to try out, or something like
That's
that.
a great umami flavor.
They'll be like, we don't like it. Or they'll be like, this is amazing. So it's one or the
That's
other.
the feedback they're going to give you. They're
Very
not
honest.
They're not going to be like 5-star Michelin
Right.
criticism. Like,
Well, I'm getting some earthy
some
tones.
smokiness
Yeah.
on the palate. Hey, this would be hilarious if this came from middle schoolers.
Yeah. They're such a great, it's so good. Why is it so good?
Why is it so good? And they don't know
Butter.
the answer. Butter.
Butter. Butter makes everything good.
All right.
All right, so if you have
y'all.
questions about what's going on at Ascension, you can hit us in the comments and we'll hang out with the comments later.
We'll
And
try to answer them.
if you want to tell us how beautiful we are, then we always, you know, you can email us individually and just, you know,
No.
tell us how great we are
Just
or anything.
goodbye.
Have a wonderful weekend. See you Sunday.